In 1960, Gary Player's success was on the rise, and he decided he needed to trademark his image like all the great golfers of that era. Jack Nicklaus has the Golden Bear, Lou Trevino the sombrero, and Arnold Palmer has the umbrella. Gary Player dresses in all black, so much so that he earned the nickname the Black Knight, and he's worn it proudly ever since. Since the early 1980s, Gary Player has been a global leader in golf course design through his company, Gary Player Designs. Throughout the years, Player has created a portfolio of more than 300 projects in 35 countries on 5 continents. With each design, Player prides himself on giving back to nature. Gary Player was born in Johannesburg, South Africa on November 1, 1935. His mother died when he was 8 years old, so Player spent much of his time alone as his father worked the gold mines to send him to one of the best schools in South Africa.
At the time, I thought the world was against me and that it was cruel, but it turned out to be with me and in my favor.
Player played his first round of golf when he was 14 years old and within 3 years turned professional. He married his wife Vivian after winning the Imperial Tournament in 1956, and together they have 6 children and more than 20 grandchildren. After dominating on the PGA Tour, Gary Player headed to the Champions Tour. Upon turning 50 years old, he proved unstoppable yet again.
And he's got the birdie, and there is your leader.
Collecting 19 wins, 9 of them coming at major tournaments, leading him to his second career Grand Slam. Gary Player, Arnold Palmer, and Jack Nicklaus dominated professional golf in the late 1950s with their high profile and peak performance. The Big Three were a powerhouse trio, driven by competition and the will to win.
When I stood on the tee with Arnold and Jack, I can honestly say that I really believed I was strong as they were. And I honestly believed I was going to beat them. I never believed they were going to beat me. And that's why we were 3 such great competitors, because we all believed that.
Established in 1983, the Player Foundation began as a small vision to educate children near Gary Player's hometown of Johannesburg, South Africa. Since then, the foundation has raised over $50 million through annual events for impoverished children all over the world.
I never forget to say thank you, at least 10 times a day, for the talent that I've been loaned and that I'm in a position to help people.
Also an outspoken critic of apartheid, Player dedicated much of his time to supporting the efforts and ideas of Nelson Mandela. Gary Player achieved the career Grand Slam when he was 29 years old after defeating Kel Nagel in an 18-hole playoff at the 1965 U.S. Open. Player was just the 3rd player ever to accomplish that historic feat.
Winning both Grand Slams, the regular tour and the senior tour, and I say to myself, gee, I'm the only man on the planet that has done that, and it just gives you goosepimples. In my life, it meant more to me because nobody had achieved it, and you had to do this after the age of 50.
Gary Player is Mr. Fitness. He credits the success he's earned over his 50-year competitive career on tour to eating well and working out every single day.
When my brother went to war, he stood there, and vividly I can remember him saying, promise me you'll exercise for the rest of your life. You want to be a professional sportsman, you've got to be stronger. The most cherished thing that one has is your health. And your body really is a holy temple. And very few people treat it as a holy temple.
The young scratch golfer from South Africa put in countless hours and relentless hard work to become a worldwide champion. Of his 165 professional victories, 73 came on the South African Tour. His career total included 24 PGA Tour wins, 9 of them major championships. Gary Player has cemented his place in golf history.
Did I want to become a world champion and win the majors for money? No. I wanted to do it to be the best. I wanted to have the best world record around the world. I wanted to go around the world, and I do.
Gary Player has traveled more than 15 million miles around the world and claims to have traveled more than any other athlete.
I had to travel around the world without jets, and we traveled, my wife and I, with 6 children, 40 hours from to South Africa to here, stopping 4 times. It was a mighty big dream I had. It's a mighty amount of work and sacrifice that you have to make. Hope you're a champ one day.
Along the way, Player became a World Golf Hall of Fame ambassador and promoted the game of golf everywhere. He was instrumental in bringing the President's Cup to South Africa in 2003, proudly captaining the international team to a tie and sharing the cup for the betterment of the game.